on the Matrixxx Grooove channel. I tell you, we're learning some new things. We're using new software. We're doing everything, guys. We're trying to increase the stream right here. Here you guys are right here. If you guys don't know, the mods will be dropping it. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. In the Matrixxx.live. Log in with your YouTube account, and you can do super chats again. What do you think of that? Shady Groove, come on in here.
I want in.
Yeah, help me out because this is crazy. 3 minutes ago, we had Gilbert follow, so I can see who follows us. I can see all that stuff. And guys, you know, in the Matrixxx.live, we'll get you in there. There's merchandise. You can get a Shady shirt even. Shady? A Shady shirt.
I was just going through that, man. I think we're working double time over here, aren't we?
Yeah, I was going to try to do a giveaway today. I can't... I was going to give away a mug. I can't figure out how to get that done, but we will get that done. So
we're working on all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, so we're going to be we're going to have a week full of giveaways. And what that does is you go ahead and go to... Did they drop it yet? Yeah, there it is. So Sparky just dropped it in the Matrixxx, and so did Jeps. Thank you, guys. You can log in with your YouTube account there, guys, okay? And that will take place of Super Chat, anything. You can get our merchandise there. You can win our merchandise because I'm only going to have merchandise. You can only be able to win it if you actually are a subscriber. Right now, I was going to try to have it to where it's just anybody, right? But I want to try to get you guys to be subscribers, okay? In the Matrixxx.
Well, we used to have, before with YouTube, we had this awesome member thing, and so we've been trying to look around for a way to sort of,
I'm trying to figure that out.
Recreate that. And so this is a little bit of an outlet that I think is going to be fantastic for the future, to kind of stay connected or to get something cool for your friends or for yourself, or you know, like the YouTube demons came after us, and we're doing a workaround here.
Look at this. In the Matrixxx, INT. Oh, I need an E. I spell my name wrong all the time, guys.
I don't know where you're at over there. Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm talking to you, and I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm just trying to get my stuff. I spelled my name wrong, Shady.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to show off what we got here because it is actually amazing. This is in the Matrixxx Live, okay? This is... Why is it so small, Shady? There you go. This is in the Matrixxx Live. Look at your chats right here. See them?
Coming right in.
Look at that.
And we're also on Twitch right now.
And we are on Twitch. And there's a way I can make the chat bot come in. There's a command for YouTube to make the chat bot come in. And I got to put the chat bot in the chat. And I just don't know how to do that. And that's how
we got to put the pieces together still.
We got to put the pieces together. But look at this, guys. We got a Shady Groove shirt. If you visit the store, this is our merchandise, guys. We are grifters, according to the trolls. Apparently, in America... You can't support yourself to not usurp Q, Shady.
Yeah, that's that narrative is kind of dead. We're not gonna get anywhere unless we start to get some people wearing Q shirts out there.
That's right. And by the way, Demos 5-5. So Demos just did 17. I love that number. I don't know why. Shady.
You know why?
All right, so you know this is the new stream. This is the new hardware. In the Matrixxx Groove Live, and it's in the Matrixxx.live. You can donate here as well. Boop. When you sign in, you just gotta sign in right here. You know, I'm already signed in, but you just sign in with your YouTube, Shady.
And then you can join us over there.
Yeah. And there's our guys. Look at you guys. Thank you very much. And we need this because we have been demonetized, Shady. I like to call it demonetized.
I've noticed this.
Because it's demons.
They are demons.
They are demons. So let's go, Shady. What do you want to cover first? We got a lot of stuff. By the way, we have an LK Dark to Light premiere at 1 o'clock, so we're going to have a field trip.
We're going to go over there for the field trip after we go over some of this. But I was thinking that maybe we'd jump back to the last couple of Q posts and maybe give a little bit of an update on that and then some of the happenings this weekend.
All right, you got it. All right, so let's do that, Shady. Which one you want to start off at?
You choose and I'll read. How about that?
All right. Let me see. I made it too big. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So let's just look at it like this. We did all these. Acknowledge. We did the General Flynn. I mean, I think maybe we should just start here at the Welcome to the Digital Battlefield.
And
because
reread the 4611.
yeah, which is a repost of 4509. Shady, do it up.
All right, guys. This is originally posted the 24th of June in 2019. Or no, wait. Yeah, 2020. You have been selected to help serve your country. Never retreat from the battlefield. Twitter, Facebook, etc. Use other platforms as a form of centralized command and control. Organize and connect, bridge through linking. Source memes material from Battlefield and or Garage, highlight and share, take and drop. Mission 1, dispute, reject, propaganda push through posting of research and facts. Mission 2, support role of other digital soldiers. One falls, another stands or rises. Mission 3, guide, awaken others through facts, through the use of facts. D-class 1 through 99 material and other relevant facts and memes. Decouple MSDNC control of info stream. Ask counter questions to initiate thought versus repeat the echo of MSDNC propaganda. Mission 4, learn the use of camouflage digitally. Primary accounts suspended, terminated, use of secondary. Mission 5, identify strengths and weaknesses, personal and designated targets regarding Twitter and Facebook, plus other example regarding memes. Failure to read through use of algos. Think Tron MCP, Master Control Program. Dependence on person-to-person. Encounter, slow response time, capture, slow response time, unidentified users, game theory, information warfare. Welcome to the digital battlefield. Together we win. Now that was a cue. Now that was, he's posting back to that and he comments on it saying at the bottom, isn't there a comment on that one? Oh no.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, information warfare. Q.
Yeah. I thought it was just a single.
Yep.
So this is the instruction manual for you guys, for people to understand how we are doing this. We have a systematic mind control that we're trying to counter. And if you haven't noticed, everyone is pretty susceptible to mind control. And whenever we're using memes and things, like, it's amazing how much information even a very simple meme can portray to people.
Absolutely. Oh, guys, I got that. Shady. Apparently, I just put the alert bot on. So if you do donate, I think it'll show up right there now. I don't know. But we're just trying this out. This is a new stream software. I think it's pretty amazing. But this is important to know. This is learn the use of camouflage digitally. So, I'm kind of not putting the letter, number 17 letter, down as much, and no hashtags. Shady actually came up with a kind of a cool idea. Let me go to my timeline here. Shady, check this out right here.
This is I decided to write us a little article last night. You want me to read it?
Yep. United States of Q 5-5. Boom. By the way, and it didn't appear. But hey, we're fine tuning this. But I will make sure, if you guys donate, log into inthematrixx.live with your YouTube account, guys. Follow us over there. And this is what the site looks like. Wow. And when I can see, Sunshine Sue is following now. Thank you. See? Oh, look. I'm going to change that. But I think it's kind of funny. Anyways, Shady, let's read your article. This is a great way to digitally camouflage, because Shady basically just said, what is it? Earth Chronicles. That's it. So now let's read the Earth Chronicles, Shady.
Okay, so this was the headline saying the mainstream media lost its narrative. And it says, in a stunning turn of events, American patriots have reclaimed information. Using a back channel called Q, President Trump informed the world of the truth about the ancient cabal. Setting a firestorm around planet Earth, he and the White Hats have now outflanked them to a point of desperation. Running low on ammunition with their mainstream media goon hit squad, they have relinquished their position of moderate Democrats to go batshit crazy and reveal their communist roots, including defunding American police. Now patriots are in control and they lose. That's a pretty good article, right?
I kind of like it. And look, it doesn't say, like, they can't read these
So we
memes,
can-
Shady. Right?
They can't
AI.
read this. I typed this out in a little app that makes it look like a newspaper, and then it's a meme. It's just a picture. They have no idea what that says there. I was testing it. Q-File sent that to me last night. Really, really awesome little tool for camouflage, guys.
That's really cool. And wow, dude, I tell you, this is absolutely a great way to digitally camouflage. Hang on one second. I have, there we go. So then let's also talk about this, Shady. This is nothing to see here, Shady. Ready?
This guy.
Here we go.
It is true. There's violence across the whole country. Do you disavow the violence from Antifa?
Disavow Antifa.
That's happening in Portland right now. There's riots
That's a myth that's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
about Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
Sir, there's videos everywhere online. There's fires and riots. It is true. There's violence across the whole country. Do you disavow?
There's people they're saying Antifa. Shades?
What I mean,
It's
like,
just a myth in
can you-
DC, Shady.
Can you even get your mind around that? There's literally people in the city who are normal folks who are being traumatized and victimized and terrorized by these morons that are attempting to gaslight a situation and set off a war up there. But
Right.
no, it's a myth. It's a myth.
Right. It's so
Nothing
crazy.
to see here. Keep moving. Keep donating to Black Lives Matter. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. Wow, man. You guys, this is so crazy what's happening out here. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like he can barely even walk anymore, Shady.
Yeah, I know, man. It looks like you might need to roll him like a tire down the street.
Right? Also, check this out. Anderson, Vanderbilt, Cooper, and Billy Gates, they're afraid of you. And this is courtesy of our webmaster Q. Let's check it out. Here we go. This is what- here we go.
Are they nervous?
There's also a conspiracy theory that you're pushing vaccines because you're going to inject people with a tracking device when they get the vaccine. It's all part of a so-called globalist plot to control the world. QAnon folks are, which is actually a group that's been targeting me as well lately. They're claiming falsely that I'm somehow connected with Jeffrey Epstein and global Kabbalists of sex traffickers.
Somehow.
It's insane. What do you say to people who believe this stuff? Because, I'm sure you are inundated by people direct messaging me just insane stuff.
We're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb vest and going into a market and blowing up the market.
So our hypothesis is that these are fanatical people, that they have overexpression of the VMAT2 gene, and that by vaccinating them against this, we'll eliminate this behavior.
They're trying to medically castrate your mind, folks.
There's also
That
a
sounded
conspiracy
like
theory that
right
you're
from the
pushing
horse's mouth.
vaccines because
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying I'm just right from the horse's mouth, right?
Nay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't get more clear than the person actually saying it.
Now, we've got Anderson Cooper sitting in there with some weird magazines. He is on the manifest. He is on the flight logs, folks. All right. He is a
bloodline.
Vanderbilt
A bloodline.
bloodline. So you're not fooling us, Mr. Cooper, CIA.
Oh, Mr. Cooper.
Shady, let's get another one here. Some more truth.
Oh yeah, this guy really. Watch her closely here because she almost swallows her tongue with this guy.
And this is, yep, that was unexpected, says Shady. Boom. Here we go.
Reopen in the fall. What do you think about that from the president, making it very clear that he wants schools to reopen, and in fact there could be negative outcomes for those that don't?
Well, one, we should definitely open up the schools, and we need to stop listening to Dr. Fauci, who is funded by Bill and Melinda Gates. And all of your listeners know this, I know this, you know this, we all know this, but Jeffrey Epstein's not a good man, and Bill Gates spent a lot of time with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. So I don't think we should be listening to a pedophile for how to treat our kids, period. And we shouldn't be listening to people who spend time with pedophiles as it relates to our kids. So if Bill Gates wanted to watch my kids as a babysitter, I wouldn't let him do it. I'm certainly not going to use a vaccine he recommends. And Bill Gates has asked Dr. Fauci to serve on his board for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So stop listening to Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci. They are corrupt individuals, and Bill Gates hangs out with pedophiles consistently. Why would he hang out with Epstein? Why would he do that? It's sick.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Clark, thank you for coming
Clark,
on
we'll
today.
see you later. That's Clark Clay and Shady. I'm giving him a round of applause, guys. Hit 17 if Clark Clay, he got some truth out there, Shades.
to squeeze that down into like 45 seconds, I mean, that was a lot, right?
I know it. She didn't even have a chance, dude. I'm
She
surprised.
didn't have a chance to interrupt. I mean, we watched. Did you notice on Fox on Friday? Fox was showing the press conference, and then McEnany showed the video of all the violence in Portland, and then all of a sudden Fox cuts away.
I have to stop you right there. There's no violence in Portland. Those are still peaceful protesters.
Yeah, and so Fox cuts away, and then
17th.
what's her name? The one lady, Faulkner, I think is her name. She said, "Oh, we didn't intend to show you that." She said that, like, we didn't intend to show you that. We didn't know she was going to be showing that on Fox.
Because
so you guys, if you think that Fox News is attempting to get
any
the
news
truth to you, you're mistaken.
Any news,
Unclosed.
and let me show you why. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
At a 1991 closed-door meeting of fellow internationalists, billionaire and former CFR chairman David Rockefeller praised his media allies. But his confidence that his words would not leave the room was later broken.
We are grateful to the Washington Post, the New York Times, Time Magazine, and other publications whose directors have attended our meetings and restricted their promises of discretion for almost 40 years. It would have been impossible for us to develop our plan for the world if we had been subject to the bright lights of publicity. But the world is now more sophisticated and prepared to march toward a world government.
At a 19...
What do you think of that? They don't hide it from you. Q has always said, the Q team has always said they don't hide it from you. And they didn't. However, this information back then, if my mom had this information, Shady, if our parents actually had a proper, like how we can get information today, like with this World Wide Web, which is the worst thing they ever developed for us, for us, and we're using it against them. And I tell you, Shady, we would not be here today. If my grandfather, he was actually against taxes and all that stuff too. And
I think that's a perfect point to be making right now, because like with a lot of the Q stuff, I mean, you're seeing completely crazy town out there with people claiming they are Q, they're not Q, Q this, Q that, and all this different stuff. But the truth is, the reason we needed Q is because of the directors, quote unquote, of the New York Times and the Washington Post and Time Magazine, helping these fools keep you from understanding what's going on in your world. So these people have intentionally brainwashed your friends and family. They've intentionally weaponized them against you, and now they're looking at you saying, "What? You're going to stand here and point at us?"
Absolutely, that's a great point, Shady.
It's really confusing, and so we have to understand that this digital battlefield is for the mind of the digital soldier, and that the other battlefield, the people don't even realize there's a war. So you can't engage them the same way. We have to engage them completely differently, and you have to take into consideration what it is that they know, and you also have to take into consideration, are you prepared to fill in the gaps once you destroy their illusion?
Right.
That's a big deal, right? Because you can't just start dropping truth bombs in front of people and then acting like, oh, they have to go research it themselves. You've got to help them along. If you care enough about them to speak to them about this stuff, you must follow through and care enough about them to share with them realistic information whenever they ask you, and be polite about it.
That's a great point, Shady. And, Alice W. Wonderline, I can't remember, but Alice asked Hannity too. Now, what people have to realize is that this Rockefeller, who was basically replaced by Soros, okay, we know that this guy was gone and Soros took him over, okay. This is as the trustee, okay. These people never owned anything, okay. They were trustees for the trust, the United States of American Body Politic Trust. So what we have to realize is that Hannity is controlled, okay? He can only say what they allow him to say. For example, the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations, which was set up by who? Rockefeller on behalf of the trust, right? So, and the Trilateral Commission and NAFTA and all this stuff was Rockefeller. So he was the one setting up all the control, the UN, okay? The control mechanisms for the trust. So what they did back in the 50s is the Council on Foreign Relations bought 25 newspapers, and they had their members of the Council on Foreign Relations called editors, and Bill Maher's dad was one of those original 25 editors, to control the thoughts and the conversation of America.
And look
Let
at where
that
we are
sink in
now.
for a
you
minute,
know? I mean,
Shades, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like we were saying, like our parents, our friends, the people that went through the narrative. Now you have like the kids and this stuff that's going on right now with this revolution that's going on. These kids are different than your parents. Like, they're brainwashed a different way. The kids are brainwashed against America. Your parents aren't really brainwashed against America. They're brainwashed against the information that shows what has been done in the background behind the scenes. And the younger generation are seeing a lot of stuff that's been done in the background behind the scenes, and they're pointing to that, saying that's America, when it isn't. So there's two different arguments that we're trying to have here with a long stretch of our generational gap a little bit.
And Shady, to your point too, there's a word that's been lost in the American language. It's called nescience.
Correct.
Nescience means that you don't have, we don't have, I don't have the information it takes or is required to make an informed decision. Perfect.
Right.
You're hidden. The information is hidden from us. It's called occulted. The information has been occulted from you.
Mm-hmm.
Occulted simply means hidden. By the way, IOC has donated $10 and says, I love you guys. You know what, Shady?
Oh, we love you.
I love IOC. IOC, IOOC, I00C, IC. I love you. So by the way, just let me do a quick thing because this is all new, guys. In the Matrixxx Live, log in with your YouTube account and you can interact with us. You know, we have been demonetized, obviously, from YouTube, as you know. And right here is the stream, okay? It will remind you when we have a stream. It will...
I mean, it might actually send them a notification.
It might. I don't know. You can get, like, I want to show this off, Shady, because Shady has been like, I want a shirt. And Webmaster Q actually took his logo and kind of made it really cool. And it was actually big enough to have good quality, Shady. And right. I am going to buy one of these. I love this mug, dude. This mug right here. Look at that.
Turns out it looks good on there, doesn't it?
Yeah. I made it so it's going to be like all the way around. You see?
Nice.
Isn't that cool? All right, so check that out. That's the merch shop. This is where you can tip, you know, any amount. Anything that you can do for us helps. We have really had a hard time. Thank God, God provides. That's all I got to say. God provides, and you know, I don't have all the expenditures anymore. But look at what we're doing. What we have done with your donations. We've got a new mixing board. We've got sound stuff, so I sound better, so we sound better. We've got this new website. We've got Webmaster Q. We've got InTheMatrixx with3x's.com that can't even get out of Twitter because they hate us so much. So, you know, guys, we've been really working hard on this stuff.
Yeah, you were talking about the censorship and Hannity, and you know, I mean, we also have the other example, man, of remember what happened when Hannity talked about Seth Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he literally did like a 5-6 minute segment about a person who worked for the DNC who was murdered, and no one could ever solve the murder. And they said it was a robbery, but the guy had $2,000 in cash on him, and it was never solved. But Hannity brings it up for 5 minutes, and then all these sponsors for the Hannity show attack him and decide that they don't, you know, that they try to pull out. So he was basically told to shut up about that stuff, guys.
That's right.
And let's go. Maybe.
Oh, and by the way, so was Glenn Beck. Remember, he sat down and said, "I got breaking news story next week. We're gonna break the FEMA camps," and boom, he got suspended. And then he did the chalkboard talks, which is what who was amazing. My mom was actually watching all this, taking notes, and it talked all about what iPod is talking about with the weatherman.
Yes.
So go back and look at those Glenn Beck things. They're pretty amazing. By the way, this in the Matrixxx, this if you don't have like a credit card tied to your YouTube, if you don't like PayPal, we now take regular cards, Shady. So you don't need PayPal if you don't want PayPal. You see what I'm saying? But if you log into here with your YouTube, you can use whatever you have tied to your YouTube to do a super chat, just like you always do. Thank you, guys. Let's
go grab, maybe real quick before we jump to the next subject, go grab post 113 real quick. I think that's the right one.
All right.
Just so people can see this, because man, I see a lot of people that have not really seen a lot of these older posts, and we need to highlight them.
And by the way, Pickles and Kim Q. Pickles says, "Love you guys. So happy to have you. This new site. It's awesome. Thank you, Pickles."
Pickles, are you in? Are you near the pickle factory?
No.
Oh.
No. Pickle.
Sure.
Pickle. No, she's not. She's anti-pickle factory. She left the pickle factory. And this is Kim Q. Thank you. Loving the new site. Much love to both of you. Where we go, one we go.
Better, guys. Give us a little report. Is the stream running better? You guys having lagging, buffering, any issues? We're on a completely different platform here, trying to figure it out as we go along.
Yeah, and I was going to have a giveaway today too. So make sure you go to inthematrix.live. In the Matrix with 3x's.live to make sure you get follow us there, because I'm gonna do giveaways here soon. Once I figure it out, we're gonna do 7 days of 5 days of a full week. Once we go back to 5 days a week, which is gonna be announced here soon, we're probably gonna continue to, because we're still tweaking this. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to figure this stuff out. I'm still a little sloppy, but I'm at a point where I wanted to use it today because I you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to use it today.
You want to play with the new toy.
Yeah. So Shady, what, 113?
113, I think, will shed some light on the scope of this. Now, remember, the first 128 drops create what Q is called the map. And so this was leading right up to just before, but notice that the date on this is November 5th, 2017.
Okay. Shady, real quick, I want, because this is kind of ties into what we talked about earlier, and I didn't realize this today, but Shady reminded me, we have a funeral today, right, Shady?
Yep.
And what was supposed to be happening today, Shady? This is relevant to what you got here.
Yeah, well, today was, very interestingly enough, supposed to be at Jack's and a few others from Facebook and Instagram, I think, their debut on the House panel, because remember, there was an executive order that said these platforms had to get stuff under control within 60 days. Today represents the 60th day, and they were supposed to be testifying on Capitol Hill, but all of a sudden we have a legend, quote unquote, pass away, and now the news has been whitewashed and everything on Capitol Hill has been closed for the week. And so now okay, let's look back at who we're talking about here. Number 113 posted 11/5/17 within the first week of Q. Social media platforms, top 10 shareholders of Facebook, top 10 shareholders of Twitter, top 10 shareholders of Reddit. Why is SA relevant? MSM, controlling stakes in NBC, MSNBC, controlling stakes in ABC, controlling stakes in CBS, controlling stakes in CNN, investors in Fox News. Why is this relevant? What is Operation Mockingbird? Active? Who is A. Cooper? And what is A. Cooper's background? Why is this relevant? Snow White, Godfather 3, Speed, Q. Now, I think you might be understanding the gravity of this Q post that is almost 2 years old, almost 3 years old now. Think about that. They knew this was coming. They turned Fox on its head. And now if you look at, stand back and look, there's 20 people that are on Fox touting the Democrat talking points every single day, from Tarlov to Juan Williams to Chris, what's his name? The Schumer guy. I mean, they're everywhere over there. Donna Brazile has been brought into Fox News. She was at the hospital at 4 a.m. the night Seth Rich was killed with the mayor of D.C. Oh, and by the way,
nothing was stolen.
Married.
And nothing was stolen, Shady.
Nothing was stolen, and
he said he was robbed, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Sunkissed, $10 from your fellow Floridian, but why I can't donate more than $10 at a time? Oh, I don't know. Thank you for that. But look, $1 is okay. And funny, somebody's like, everybody's asking for money. People, Q post 1366 Shady, as long as they don't usurp Q like Alex Jones and Corsi and now Kevin Shep, it's okay, guys. We are true to Q. We're so over the target, guys. It's crazy. And I'm so proud to be here with every single one of you.
Well, I've had you just touched on that. And so we've had the whole Kevin Ship thing. We addressed this a little bit. We did a little test stream. I don't know if everybody caught that or not, but we did a little test stream yesterday where we addressed Kevin a bit. And so we don't have to go round and round in that circle, but just real quick, understand that people have agendas. And people that come from the farm have different agendas than most people. And when you talk about digging into the plans of usurping America and destroying us from within, the main objective of that is deception. And I think the biggest thing that we've all gotten out of Q is the ability to discern deception. Like before Q started, you were like, oh, this could be true and this could be not true, and I'm not sure what this is, and this is a gray area over here. And now you have a clear line of what is and isn't deception. And whenever people are being dishonest, they are not quite as aware that their dishonesty is brutally obvious to the people who are paying attention. So, that people make their own decisions. That's right. And we don't hold their decisions against them. They do what they do. But at the same time, we have to heed the warning and watch what they're doing and say for sure. That's right.
And by the way, Andy Social, I want to just thank you for being here every day. That's all, but, and just so you know, nothing is behind a wall. Just sharing our videos out is enough, guys. Just praying for us is enough. But, if you do like our work and can buy us a cup of coffee every now and again, we really appreciate you. By the way, was it Karen? Yeah, Karen 100. Love you. And thank you. She says, keep up the great work, Shady.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I'm so loving this software, Shady. I can't wait till we get it really, 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 really working. By the way, I kind of talked to Dan Bongino yesterday. Let's show this video one more time, guys. This is it's funny. Everybody's thinking that Jesse showed these posts, but Jesse Waters on Waters World. I actually live in the same city as Dan Bongino. Okay, so if you want to get on there and say, "Hey, Dan, Matrixxx sent me," the mods will drop the links, and maybe go to his original tweet here. Mods, drop this link tweet and say, hey, Matrixxx and Shady sent me. Matrixxx lives near you. Give him a call, right? Here we go. Check it out. Let's watch this, and then I'll show you why it's relevant. Check it out.
The interesting things that are going on in terms of censorship and some funny business now. Q, I guess this conspiracy deal on the internet. Twitter's basically just cracked down, eliminated about 7,000 accounts. 150 other 100,000 accounts are now in the crosshairs. Do you think that this is an attempt to kind of interfere in an election? Because Q can do some crazy stuff with the pizza stuff and the Wayfair stuff, but they've also uncovered a lot of great stuff when it comes to Epstein and it comes to the deep state. I never saw Q as dangerous as Antifa, but Antifa gets to run wild on the internet. What do you think of what's going on there?
Yeah, and guess what? Adam Schiff does a lot of crazy things, and Jerry Nadler and Derek Swalwell. They also do a lot of crazy stuff. Here's the fundamental problem, Jesse, that I have with it. You have some little dweeb in Silicon Valley, right, who's 22 years old. He's a tech savant, right? He's there. He's running, Twitter or one of these companies, and he literally has his finger on the power of a presidential election because you know what? Not everybody can afford to have cable news. Not everybody, can watch Fox. And guess what? You've got 100 million people in the country walking around with an iPhone or, with some other device, right? Actually, probably more than that, but 50% of America has an iPhone. And every single time they pop on that, either their Twitter or to their Apple News, they're literally spoon-fed a message that's curated out of Silicon Valley by somebody who is radical left, and that shouldn't be the case. That's not what these companies are about. I mean, just look at the Washington Post. It's another great example, right? Jeff Bezos owns it. Anytime he wants a great story for Amazon, if he wants a senator to do something for him, he puts them on the front cover and writes a glowing story about them. And anytime he doesn't like somebody, he writes an awful story about them and their family. I'm on the receiving end of this all the time. They are literally putting their finger on the scales of a U.S. election, and it's fundamentally not right when you have a First Amendment right of freedom of speech in this country.
And for those of you that Eric referenced that can't afford Fox News, Eric said he's going to pay for everyone's cable so they can watch him on Waters World. You mentioned the Washington Post. We talked about social media.
So I went ahead and put there's 44 Epstein posts. I mean, obviously there's a lot more than that, right? With this, but this is a great video to share with your friends and family. It's funny. People thought that Jesse was actually showing the Q post. No, I put those in there because it's important. And Jesse would want that if he could, but he's on Fox News. You see what I'm saying? Sturgis 55. Thank you very much. And then I said, hey, Dan, I live near you. Now, you heard, Shady, you heard him talk about Wayfair, right?
Yes, I did.
Well, look at this, Shady. This is how Dan can understand who I am. He can look me right up, dude. Read that. Will you read that for me?
The theories have also spread rapidly on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, where the QAnon conspiracy theorist Jeff Peterson, aka In the Matrixxx, tagged the FBI in a tweet calling for an investigation into Wayfair. Peterson, who has nearly 150,000 followers, did not immediately respond to Insider for comment. A Twitter representative told Insider that the platform had taken actions against certain posts for spam and platform manipulation related to this theory.
Right. And so you know who did that is Travis View. Travis View is some QAnon. He actually looks like a QAnon account, but he's a hater on, what is it called? Instagram. And he's like, oh, look, this is a picture Travis View took of me at the Tampa event, the Red Pill Roadshow. And, you know, I'm proud of who I am and what I represent. I am a Trump supporter, you know, Q believer. I'm not a believer of anything. I'm a believer of facts. I find my own facts and we make our own mind up. But what I wanted to just say is this tweet that I did, Shady, is Anons may have found a human trafficking connection to Wayfair. And I kind of said, you know, described what it was. You know, Amazing Polly did some stuff on that. A lot of brilliant Anons figured some stuff out, sorry. And I was like, yes, I think an investigation is worthy. Jeffrey Peterson, still think that an investigation is worthy instead of going and saying, oh, it's a now debunked conspiracy theory.
Well, I mean, it's a $200 set of cabinets for $15K, man. I mean, there's something wrong there.
Right. So get on Dan Bongino. Tell him to call Jeffrey Peterson, a.k.a. In the Matrixxx. And remember, my name is spelled P-E-D-E-R-S-E-N. They finally got it right. I used to tease the trolls. You guys don't even know how to spell. Redeemed Patriot has donated. Thank you. Stand tall, Patriots. Sunkissed. Thank you. Figured it out. Thanks for spreading the truth, guys. I love you. Oh, my gosh. Moses Lee Elderon. Moses Lee? I want to say it right. Moses Lee Elderon, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And then let's see, we got Sturgis. Somebody just said, it only took me it only takes a few to make a team. That's right. I take us all to make an army. That's right. Stand together. We are an army together, guys. Those that seek to divide and those that seek to unite. Which are you? Where we go, one we go.
All.
That's right. And she has it all. Not just all. She's got it all. Thank you very much. And that is right. And, you know, sometimes people don't understand. So we got 3 minutes, and I want to go on a field trip with you guys. Thank you very much. Shady, what do you have anything that you want to just cover or before we go?
Well, I would just really like for everyone out there to remain calm, I think would be my word of the day. This is not for us to decide or for us to know how this moves forward and exactly what happens. We have obvious things that have gone on that maybe weren't exactly predicted, i.e. this crazy thing going on with Judge Sullivan, or maybe the president consistently yelling justice, or where is justice at Christopher Wray, because nothing is being done. There's different things right now that are being worked out in the I guess the nuances of the movement. And so
Shady, lost you. Mad Hatter, no. You don't have to. Shady, I think I lost you. I'm going to go over into our Discord real quick and get the link for the show. Shady, if you can hear me. All right, we lost Shady. So basically, people have been losing faith. People are not trusting the plan. Mods, please drop that link.
Simple.
Shady.
Yes, sir.
Nobody heard the last 2 minutes of your talk.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did it break up?
You went dark.
Oh, no. What happened?
All right, so just finish up.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I was basically trying to tell everybody to remain calm and understand that this is very, very difficult to work through. And if people ask good questions, it's your opportunity to give a good answer and be thoughtful in that regard.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people not trusting the plan right now, guys.
Or pretending not to.
Or pretending not to. Well, there's a lot of pretending not to. Anybody that uses the word grifter is ridiculous. That word is used by the Daily Mail or the Daily Beast. That word is crap.
It'll be grifter or boomer.
Boomer, right? Exactly. And we want to make sure that you guys understand that we have to show them all this crap in order to have the will to change, man.
Yep. And you have to get momentum, and we have to change hearts and minds.
Right. So let's go over to LK, Dark to Light. I'm going to like that right now. I am subscribed. Hit the bell, if you will. Do that here, too. Hit the like on your way out. I would really appreciate it. I love you all. And we're going to go over here and watch this. Apparently, I don't know what it's about, but it's called Trump's Secret Path. And LK is like, oh, it's going to be a good one. So let's see.
Oh, I'm holding on to my seat.
Let's see what it is, guys. And by the way, Matrixxx, InTheMatrixXLive.com. Check it out. Anything, like, we tried to give you good stuff to help us, sport a shirt, everybody wants a shirt. There's more designs coming. We're going to be there. Tell them over there, Matrixxx and Shady sent you. We're going to start it in 2 minutes. And with that, Shady, much, much love. Let's get out of here with this.
Much love, guys.
Just inside the door.